Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome, folks, to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas' daily free winner show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. Before we bring out today's very special Monday guests, and we've got a great panel for you today, and give out free winners for today's card. Before every show, good morning, Dionne.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. I know that Dionne and I, we normally don't talk negatively, and we're not going to talk negatively, but Dionne and I have been under the weather for a couple of days now, and we did not get out of bed this whole weekend, and not for the good reasons. We really didn't get out of bed. It's been a couple of days here in the D'Amico household. Thank God we got our dogs keeping us company, and normally when it's 95 degrees out, we're out by the pool, we're drinking beer, we're throwing steaks on the grill or whatnot, and soaking up the rays. Instead, we've been underneath the covers, and like I said, not for a good reason. Or it's a good reason. But no nephews or nieces coming in 9 months for you guys. At least not yet. We'll see what happens after this weekend. At least we don't think so. I was delirious. I think she took advantage of me for a little bit. But it was a strange weekend. Sports, this, that, the other thing. But we have some very great we have some great things to talk about today. First of all, my friends, full count the MLB Sports Betting Show today live, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be hosting. Joining me, it's going to be the First Lady of Las Vegas, Dionne D'Amico, and the Southern assassin himself, Mr. Rocky Atkinson. So tune into that before you make any of your Monday baseball decisions. Dionne, I know today is Monday, and on Mondays, some real customer appreciation over at SportsMemo. Can you tell everybody about that?
That's right. So today over at SportsMemo, we show our customer appreciation as it is $9 Monday. So go ahead and head on over to the site right after the show, and because there are a slew of games posted right now for just $9.
$9. Not even a lap dance on Boulder Highway.
Yep, or a Starbucks coffee.
Or a Starbucks, yeah. You gotta leave your pink slip to your car these days. Sports friends, we have a great show. Joining us today, Mr. Jesse Schule, Mr. Pavlos Laguretos. Happy Monday, guys. How are you?
Good morning, guys.
Happy Monday, guys.
I know that Pavlos. I know we kind of been missing last week. We had some issues with our internet connection, and we couldn't get you on the show, and you were severely missed. And Jesse, even before the show, you and I were talking a little bit about the wild NBA playoff weekend. I think there are some stunned players and some stunned fans right now, and some stunned sports bettors. How about you?
Yeah, well, you mentioned that you had trouble getting out of bed this weekend. I think a lot of people that bet Phoenix like I did in Game 7 probably wish they didn't get out of bed last night.
Maybe it was a good thing that Dionne and I were both under the weather, and we've been battling this for over a week now, and we've been posting every day, but yesterday we both passed. Maybe it was a good thing that we both passed yesterday. Gosh, sports fans, I'm not here to give you action. I'm here to give you winners. Unless I wholeheartedly love something and have my own money bet on it, I'm not putting it out there on SportsMemo. And, I know Dionne feels the same way.
I do.
But we laid off yesterday, man. We were in bed watching bad TV. That really was about it. But maybe it was a good thing. I don't know who we would have had, but I can tell you that I know that there are a lot of people that aren't very happy this morning. I can tell you that. But we're here to change all that around. Let's start with the Greek god of soccer, Pavlos Laguretos. I know there's some big things happening in the world of soccer this upcoming week, and Pavlos is going to tell you why he's so excited about a few things, and he's going to give you a big free winner in a big game matchup this week. Pavlos, take it away.
Yeah, first of all, I got to say that it's been going great with soccer plays in May, 3-1 with the big 5 and 10 unit plays, and I won both my plays over the weekend. So it's been going really, really good, and this is a particularly great week because we have the Europa League final on Wednesday, and here's actually my free play is going to be from that match. But today's $9 Monday. I got a couple of plays up for tonight. It's from lesser leagues like Norway and Denmark, but value is still there. All the metrics point towards the things that I posted. So I really love those plays. And there are 3 plays up for tonight and a couple of plays for later in the week. But first, I'm gonna give you guys a nice winner, and I also have a bonus play that I really love. So the match is the Europa League final on Wednesday between Rangers and Frankfurt. Now, both these teams, nobody actually expected them to reach the final. They both made great leaps to be here. They've eliminated teams that are far better than them, but both teams, they were really consistent throughout the whole season, and they remained very, very calm at the semifinals, where they eliminated teams that are much, much better than them. So in this case, these are two teams that they don't usually rotate around a good forward. They have mediocre forwards. Most of their star forwards have been injured, so they're missing. But still, both teams have been firing in all cylinders lately. They've been finding goals from the midfielders, from the defenders. So this is a really good sign for teams when you get scoring and you get goals from all the other players. So I expect both teams to get on board here. After all, it's a final. It's on neutral grounds. It's on in Spain. The match is in Spain between a German side and a Scottish side. So there's really nobody that gets favored here by the match being played in Spain. So looking by how the two teams have played throughout the season, I'm going to take both teams to score here at -140. And here's the thing. I like Filip Kostic. It's a guy from Frankfurt to score anytime, +350. Just a small info about this guy. He wanted out last season because Frankfurt were cleaning house. They were selling everybody. They sold all the star players. He's the last remaining good guy, like very talented guy in the roster. And they made a deal with Lazio, but that deal fell through. So he was really pissed off at the start of last season. So he's playing now in a Europa League final. He has a very mean left foot. He takes all the free kicks. He takes the penalty kicks. So I expect Filip Kostic to be really on his top game on Wednesday. So I like him to score anytime at +350. But my main bet here is both teams to score at -140.
Both teams to score, says the Greek god of soccer, plus a bonus play. Pavlos, every time you're on, I become a lot smarter in the world of soccer. The extent of my soccer knowledge comes from watching two seasons of Ted Lasso. So I really appreciate everything you have to say. Plus, the way you say it makes it very understandable to a layperson like myself. I understand gambling, but I don't know a lot about soccer. But every time I follow you, I become richer for it. So I appreciate that. Guys, follow Pavlos. He's got some great things. It's a big week in the world of soccer. Guys, Pavlos, will you stick around till the end of the show?
Yes, of course.
Well, we're going to go from one sexy son of a gun to another. The First Lady of Las Vegas, who, even though she's not feeling well, is still very fetching this morning. Well, you're welcome. Let's go to Dionne D'Amico, the First Lady of Vegas. I know she's got some exciting things she'd like to tell everybody about, and another free winner for you.
That's right.
Because your free winners are like, I don't even know what they are. They're like 30 and like 6 or 7 or something like that.
They have been off the charts.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we weren't here last week to give everybody some more free winners, but I'm here to give them one today.
There you go. Take it away, sweetheart.
All right. Well, today I have one winner in baseball with my 100% MLB Monday Moneymaker for just $9 posted over at SportsMemo right now. And there is nothing better than starting the week off with profit in your pocket.
There you go. Start it off.
That's right.
Take it away, darling.
And today's free winner takes place in the AL West. Los Angeles comes in here winning 7 of their last 10, currently tied with Houston for the top spot in the division, possessing both a top 5 pitching staff and a top 5 lineup. Texas is having problems stringing together solid performances, splitting out their last 10 games. Today, Noah Syndergaard and John Gray take the mound. Syndergaard, 3-2 with a 2.45 ERA. Gray, 0-1 with a 5.51. The Angels have taken the last 3 meetings overall and 7 of the last 10 in Texas. The Angels are 5-1 the last 6 on the road, 5-1 the last 6 versus right-handed starters, and 5-1 the last 6 versus the AL West. So I'm going to go ahead and play Los Angeles here.
First Lady of Las Vegas says take the Angels. Her free picks have been just on fire. I mean, somewhere in the name of 30-something, 6 or 7.
I lost track.
Just great. I've lost track. But, there's a lot worse things to do than lose track of winners. I'll tell you that. But just like her husband, she kept that analysis short and sweet. Let's bring the body himself who, we were talking before the show. And we even touched really quick at the top of the show, Jesse, about a lot of surprises this past weekend. And, lines are out for this upcoming. I'm not going to put you on a spot with anything about NBA just yet because it's a little early to be talking about that. But, these lines are out. You got 4 of the best teams in basketball playing each other, 4 of the hottest teams in basketball. It's going to be good Eastern and Western Conference Finals, I'll tell you that. And I know you're excited because you've just been on fire in NBA, haven't you, Jesse?
Yeah, no, it's been a good season, another good season for me, and another good playoffs in NBA. But don't worry about putting me on the spot. Obviously, I did have a glance at the opening lines for the Western Conference Final in particular, and One thing that stood out to me is I think you're going to have a lot of people jumping on Dallas after they knocked Phoenix out, and you look at it and they're a big underdog in game one, and they are 8-2 straight up in their last 10 versus Golden State. So expect a lot of Mavericks fans here in the next week or two.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. They like to jump on, the general public likes to jump on what they just saw most recently. And obviously with them ousting Phoenix and, the cover of today's sports page here in Vegas, Jesse and Pavlos, was a picture of Chris Paul just looking like somebody stole his dog and kicked him in the shin. I'm telling you now, man. He just looked surprised. And it wasn't even a look of disappointment, just surprised. The look on his face, it wasn't pretty. It was like the old Mad Comics, what me worry. He didn't know what, like, he had no, it was just, it was sad, to be honest with you. But, it's going to be good Western. I think the Eastern Conference Finals are going to be very good as well, Jesse. But I know you've got some exciting things you'd like to tell everybody about tonight. And you've got a big MLB winner for free for everybody to start off their week. Take it away, Jess.
Well, I'm looking at the total in the Colorado Rockies series opener against San Francisco. The number has now been bet up to 12. If you look around, you might still find an 11.5. I did get in at 11.5. But when I tell you about what's going on with these two teams, you might feel confident betting it even at 12. Colorado scored 27 runs while losing 2 of 3 in a home series versus Kansas City over the weekend. And that comes after they were swept in a 3-game series at San Francisco last week. So because they played San Francisco just last week, that means that the starting pitchers today are now facing the same lineup in less than a week for the second time. And we have Alex Wood going for San Francisco. He's 3-2 with a 3.60 ERA. He allowed 1 run on 7 hits and 2 walks in 5 1/3 innings in a 9-2 win over Colorado last week. And you'd have to think he's quite fortunate, giving up 7 runs and putting a couple runners on base by walk, and only allowing 1 run on 7 hits, mind you. That's a little lucky. And then you got Antonio Senzatella going for Colorado, and he just got rocked by the Giants in San Francisco. And now he's going to go here at home against a San Francisco team that ranks 5th in the majors in runs scored and 2nd in on-base percentage. And the Rockies are still number 1 overall in team batting average. You got the wind blowing out in Coors Field today. I'm expecting to see another slugfest, so we're going to go with the over.
Jesse the body says take the over. He says he doesn't mind. He can still find 11.5 around, but he doesn't mind it. Big things from the Rockies in this game. Jesse expects great breakdown, Jesse. Thank you. And please forgive me. Every time that my dogs hear your voice, they start running around. They get so excited. It's something about your voice. It's amazing. Even when we do the MLB show, as soon as they hear you, they start running around. They go crazy. It's your voice. I love it. Everybody out there loves it. Follow Jesse for $9 Monday. I'm going to go. Jesse, would you stick around to the end of the show as well?
Absolutely.
Got a quickie for everybody, just like I like it. Short and quick. Pavlos laughed at that. Apparently, he likes quickies, too. Sports fans, I have 2 big MLB winners for you to start the week off right. I have my MLB Grand Slam and my AL West Game of the Week. Join me today as we go 2-0. I have both big baseball winners posted right now at SportsMemo, $9 each. All right, guys. I want to bring up something about value. Guys, to me, all of sports betting is about value. And no sport does value mean more to me when betting than in baseball. For the life of me, I can't figure out why a team that's won 12 of the last 13 games is an underdog against a team that's dropped 9 of their last 13. Houston's bats are starting to heat up, and their pitching staff is currently ranked 3rd in the majors, team ERA of just 2.91. This does not bode well for a Boston team that is struggling to put any runners on base, let alone cross the plate. They're averaging just 3.71 runs per game. I know, Jake, I like my eggs Odorizzi. Couldn't help myself. Jake Odorizzi hasn't done too well against Boston, but I'm not in love with Garrett Whitlock either, guys. And once he gets pulled, and trust me, folks, he's going to get pulled after the first few innings. The Boston bullpen is just awful. The Red Sox were once very strong in Fenway, but just 4-9 at home this season. Overall, losing 5 straight in Boston. They're also 1-6 the last 7 at home against right-handed starters. Let's flip it. Houston, 5-1 the last 6 games played on the road. 4-1 the last 5 road games played versus right-handers. I'll take the Astros as a slight underdog, folks. And if you do too, you'll be joining me in beating our books to start off the week. It'll be a nice Monday together. Let's bring everybody back. We got a couple of quick announcements, and then we're going to run down the games. Dionne, you have an announcement.
I do. So don't forget, today at Sports Memo, we show our customer appreciation for $9 Mondays. So make sure you head on over to the site right after the show, because there are a slew of games for just $9 from all of these amazing handicappers on the website.
And guys, today is an ideal day to tune in to the MLB Full Count Show, live 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be hosting. Joining me is going to be the First Lady of Vegas, Dionne D'Amico, and the Southern Assassin himself, Rocky Atkinson. It's been a long time since I've done a show with Rocky. Our schedules just don't mesh, so I'm excited to have him on the show as well as you today. So tune in to that show before you pull the trigger on any of your Monday baseball wagers. Our dogs are still going nuts back there. Guys, we would love it if you follow the Sports Memo YouTube channel. It takes 2 seconds. They have the best collection of cappers anywhere on the planet, and we all do a lot of free content. We do this show. We do the baseball show. John Ryan does a lot. He does quite a few shows every day. Our buddy Ross Benjamin is doing shows, so go there. Also follow the Sports Memo YouTube channel. Like I said, the best collection of cappers anywhere on the planet, Sports Memo. We each post a lot of free stuff. You'll also follow Jesse, follow Pavlos. Dionne, what is your Twitter?
You can find me over at First Lady of Vegas, and you can find Joey over at Joe D'Amico Wins.
Let's run the games down. Let's bring on the Greek god himself, Pavlos. What do you have for everybody today?
I have the both teams to score at -140 in the Europa League final on Wednesday between Frankfurt and Rangers. And as a bonus pick, take Philip Kostic to score anytime +350.
I love it. I love it. I love it. The First Lady of Vegas.
I am going with the Angels -140.
The body himself, Jesse Schule.
Looking for a combined score of a baker's dozen or better in Colorado.
I love it. And Joey D, your sexy and savory hostess, take the Astros as a dog. Dionne, can you take us out of here, please?
I sure can. So don't forget to tune in to the First Family Show every day this week, as we have some very special guests and a ton of free winners in MLB, NBA, NHL, and soccer. And on behalf of Sports Memo, Pavlos, Jesse, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.